we need a screen to project on.
Now, you talked about a crater on the moon. Now, I thought all the moon stuff had been debunked and that nobody ever really knows what goes on the moon. What's this?
Well, this is the Gassendi crater. This is 55 miles long and oval-shaped. It's in the Mare Humorum Sea, or on the edge of it. Since 35 years ago, they wondered why this particular crater had these lines in it. And with the magnification which you can get with the larger telescopes, this is what they found. These lines are tubes laying on the surface of this crater and running under some of the mountain ridges. There are 3 large dome-shaped structures in here. These tubes run clear outside of the crater, and we know they are tubes laying on the surface because the sun is shining from this angle, and this mountain peak causes this shadow.
What does it all mean? Does it mean that this is a rocket launching or a flying saucer base on the moon?
This has been a base on the moon for perhaps many thousands of years, used by these people in the spaceships to resupply their ships or whatever is required.
Not even Life magazine has accepted this as genuine, though, has it?
Well, the Palomar Observatory people that took the picture won't even comment on it.
In my view, that doesn't look like the Gassendi crater. But there was one little detail that drew my attention. Remember this image from the Galactic Liars? In my view, they are showing Epcot, the center point of it. Let's compare it. I know it's always very dangerous to do that, but let's do it anyway.
Since 35 years ago, they wondered why this particular crater had these lines in it. And with the magnification which you can get with the larger telescopes, this is what they found.
So this guy is telling us that in the 20s they are taking high-resolution pictures of Epcot. Well, they had some very good telescopes in these days. Another possibility, of course, could be they were flying outside our crater in the 20s. This, of course, is a very strange story. On the one hand, he is talking about aliens, and on the other hand, he shows us a real photograph of Epcot. Why are they showing us pictures of Epcot, knowing very well no one would recognize them?
Meanwhile, a packed stadium and flag-draped cheering streets greet Chancellor Hitler on his way to perform the opening ceremony.
Ich verkünde die Spiele von Berlin zum Feiern der 11. Olympiade neuer Zeitrechnung als eröffnet. Feiern der 11. Olympiade neuer Zeitrechnung als eröffnet.
have a time machine plan. You have done experiments which show you can bring the past to life. Where did this formula come from?
I love that Scotch accent. Jack, the formula came from a ship that landed at my airport in 1953 on August the 24th, which had 4 people aboard it that came from another planet.
And what form did the formula take? Did he implant it in your mind by telepathy, or did he give you something written in English?
He spoke it to me verbally.
And you remembered this?
There's nothing to it to remember.
Will you tell me now? The
Yeah.
formula for a time machine.
F equals 1 over T, F being frequency and T being time.
And this enables me to go back to the time of Caesar's armies conquering Britain.
Well, it would enable a mathematician to work this out, yes.
Can you clean it up any more than that fish?
I'm working on it. What the hell?
Try zooming out. All right, freeze.
Reverse values.
Try zooming out again. Rotate 90 degrees counterclock.
My God. Okay.
Wouldn't it be lovely to make contact with another civilization that has arisen and evolved independently? And so what we did was to devise a complicated message